close. You definitely need a good kicker, don't you?
Loose pass by Kearney has been picked up by Namu, picked up and driven into the turf by Hancock. 9 metres out from the line, 0-0 the score. An electrifying start to the night and to the match. And Langer! Alan Langer! Penalty, double movement. Is inside the 10. The crowd disagrees. They don't want the 2. Alan Langer's going to go for 4, and he's going to get it. The Broncos score through Kevy Walters. That was an easy 2.
Number 6. Player and best player all year. He takes the quick tap. Of course, a guy who's played alongside him for much of his career at the Broncos, Kevin Walters. They work so well together, these two. Just look at Alan there. He's got a chance to take 2, but always backs himself. Always looking for that try, and Kevin Walters with a nice little inside pass.
He's got it this time.
Mavavi on.
Tony Tuamavavi selected in first grade to have a look at possession, and it's going Brisbane's way, and here's a break by Langer, linking up on the inside. Kevin Walters this time. That's the second try to the Broncos. No doubt about that one. So the Walters brothers on the score sheet at Ericsson.
Yeah, great work. Let's have a look at the CRC replay. That man, Alan Langer, what he does, he picks these runners. Nice little double around from him. And of course, they back up Alan because he's always going to turn up the ball, and he hands it on to probably his second best friend in there, Kieran Walters. They're a very close family, the Langers and the Walters. They work so well together. Just look at him there. He's got so much strength, hasn't he, Alan Langer? And Kieran goes over for a try. I don't think he grounded it the first time, though, Kieran. Just have a look here on the CRC replay. Well, yes, he did.
No problem for Willie Khan again. Do they go to the air? Do they put it in behind the line? There's the kick by Namu across field. And Saylor has it. Now it's Langer. Langer kicking in behind the line. Langer picks it up and just driven back. Only just. Another little bit of individual brilliance by Langer. They're going to give away another penalty. I think someone's going to be binned. Yeah. Well, Mark Horro, one of the more experienced players, sin bin, testing the referee's patience. So they've got a third set of 6 here. G to Langer. Warriors down to 12 men for the next 10 minutes. Numbers over on the far side. It's Green. He has a go on his own. He's 2 metres out. Real problems for Auckland here. Willie Khan. No problem for the centre.
Did. Let's have a look on the CRC replay there. Alan Langer directing play. They just went one side and kept going. There's always had numbers out wide. Now the defence from the Warriors didn't shift across in time. And Willie Khan, well, very hard to stop that close to the line. There were players there to stop him. Just have a look there. Willie Khan sees the line. He busts Stephen Kearney and Richard Blackmore.
Able to score any points with that possession. And most of it's been down in their own half when they've had the ball. Now a mistake by Renoff. He's down in back play, Steve Renoff, and Kerwin charges on. Looking very groggy indeed, Steve Renoff. Well, I doubt that Wayne Bennett will take any risk with him now.
He looks a bit like me when I was a youngster coming home from the pub.
Darren Lockyer will be the replacement.
He's only being held by 2. They needed 4 for you. Now it's Platt. Picked up and driven into the turf by Peter Ryan. There is no holes in that Brisbane defence. But the Warriors go searching again. Kearney popped it out the back door. Here's try time to Hoppy. Running it around closer to the post. They're on the board at long last.
Yes, good work from Stephen Kearney taking it in there on the CRC replay. That little flick pass, that created the opportunity for Sean. And that's a good try because they needed it at this time of the game. Just hope they can go on for it now. Now, just watch Stephen here take it in there. Now, there's 3 and 4 defenders all waiting for Stephen to go down. He was able to pop it back. Stacey Jones was the man he gave it to. And of course, Sean Hoppy went on with the play.
His name now, Namu. He nails it. 10 points to difference now. Composure after that try by the Warriors.
Well, that all comes to experience. That guy there with the ball, Alan Langer, he knows when to settle things down.
And what about that kick? What about the numbers over on the far side? Sailor. Talk about regaining composure. That's the best way to do it. Again, the movement was sparked.
Well, not an easy try, but he was very, very strong. Wendell Sailor close to the line, very hard to stop. But Alan Langer, you know, he's rallied his troops. They've taken the ball in well, the forwards. They didn't panic. The Auckland Warriors in this first 10 have really upped the tempo, but the Broncos did not panic and really just settled it in. And when it's on, Alan Langer takes his opportunities. He saw that opportunity. It's all about experience. They've got plenty out there. And this guy there, Wendell Sailor, he's having a tremendous game considering he's come back for his first game all.
Sets of 6. Brisbane have completed 17, and Hancock backs himself. He's over the line, but he can't get it down. He's held up. Langer, a big lineup out to the right. Walters. Khan out to Johns. Well, that was ordinary defence. Not Johns, in fact, it's Carroll, Tony Carroll.
But let's just have a look here now. You look how the Warriors players, they move up in an umbrella defence. And really out wide, it was always on. Now, there was a player that missed the tackle. I just could not see who it was, but just down to a missed tackle. They've moved up quick trying to snuff them out. Now, the good thing about the Broncos, well, one of the things they do very well is they stand very, very deep. And it's hard to defend against. And there it is, Tiro Party just got stepped inside and out. And the Broncos go over for another try, and really, they're giving the Warriors a football lesson tonight on how to play semi-final football.
Pretty big win. It means now that if Newcastle can beat Cronulla, they have a chance of making the top 8. If West can beat Illawarra, they have a chance. But if West and Newcastle both lose, well, the Tigers can get through to the 8 with a win. We'll sort it all out for you on the Footy Show on Sunday afternoon at 3. Out to Mavavi here.
Yes, he went high and got brushed off. He came in for a second shot, Tony. Or was it someone else come over top? Hard to see, but there it is there. Just brushed out of my way. He stands in the tackle now. Here comes Tony again over top. And was a little bit high. Semis, as we have a look, the big front row has had a fine game for the Broncos side going into the semis. What about next year with Gordon Tallis sitting on the sidelines waiting to be in there in the forwards? They're going to be a tremendous threat next year as well.
They will be a tremendous threat. It's Langer, there's a kick in behind the line, and Langer's going to get one. No, knocked on. Almost through the gap. Another set of 6 for the Broncos. Will they punish the Warriors again? Ryan! Peter Ryan! Put the head down, put the foot on the gas, and he put this one out of the Warriors' reach well and truly.
The replay will show. Look at the power he shows close to the line. Bust through 1, 2, 3. And, well, just takes Alice right out of the picture. I think he's gone straight into Alice's legs. It's a tremendous power shown from Ryan. Look at him brush off the tackles, determination in his face, and just says, get out of my road, Mark.
Namu showing it on the inside. Intercepted. Has the little man got the legs to get away? The big man is right up there with him. Wendell Sailor. Big line up out to the left. Kevy Walters. Willie Khan. 2-on-1. Willie Khan over to Hancock, and Hancock is in untouched. Oh, what a team. Look at it here.
And it was all from an unforced error really early on. The Warriors pushing it past, Alan Langer getting the intercept. Of course, they just went on with it. The Broncos side out wide, so much class, so much power. Alan Langer's been involved in everything out wide, and they stand nice and deep, don't they, this back line? When you stand deep, there's always going to be gaps out wide. I thought Willie Khan was going to go on with it, but he was held up by the defence. Michael Hancock will not get an easier try than that in 96. You know, they're a real threat in this semi-final, and the countdown to the semi-final and to the grand final. They've got all their star players on the field as well.
Well, they're still throwing the ball around, still keeping it alive. Lockyer over to Carroll. Carroll through the gap. And what a night for the youngster. Tony Carroll gets a double at Ericsson. The gap opened up.
Yes, once again, that man, Alan Langer, he's a real menace, isn't he? As the CRC replay will show, Langer and Walters, they work so well together. Of course, out wide, there was just no defence. And Carroll, well, he ran onto a nice ball on a beautiful angle. He's got so much pace, hasn't he? Greg Alexander putting on the chase. But really, the Broncos are just finishing off tonight. A real club. Must say, they're singing out of tune, though, Greg.
Is Willie Kahn in tune? No, he's off. And it's farewell to this man, Greg Alexander. Farewell from Auckland, at least. Farewell also to John Kerwin and Andy Platt as the full-time siren sounds. That is it in 96 for the Auckland Warriors. Again, they're out of the playoffs, but they came up against a side much better than them tonight. Alan Langer was the star, no doubt about that. He laid on some tries. Brisbane led at half-time by 16 points to 0. They scored 5 tries to 1 in the second half. And at full-time here at Ericsson, Brisbane